So today we will discuss our topic, that is in the fourth unit, pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic correlation in drug therapy. So in this you are going to study what are all the parameters which are going to affect your drug therapy. So by taking into consideration of pharmacokinetic parameters and pharmacodynamic parameters, how that is going to affect your drug therapy, let us study. Okay, so you all know the definition of the pharmacokinetics, which is nothing but the study of how the drug is getting absorbed, distributed, metabolized and excreted in the body. Coming to the pharmacodynamics, it is the study of how the drugs interact with the molecular target, that is effect of drug on the body. So you all know what is meant by that. Pharmacokinetics, ADME process, and pharmacodynamics means how the action will be shown by the drug, so etc. Okay, so now you are going to study how this PK and PD model will influence your drug therapy. So once if a patient is giving any drug therapy, so taking into consideration all the PK and PD parameters, so what is the correlation that is going to occur between the PK and PD parameters as well as your drug therapy. So let us study. So first we have to take the PK or PD model. So it is a scientific mathematical tool which integrates PK model to the PD model. So coming to the PK model, that is nothing but which describes the time course of drug concentration in plasma or blood, and PD model is nothing but it describes the relationship between the drug concentration at the site of action and effect. So these are the two different models available. So with this only we will say that 100% bioavailability is reaching or not. Okay, so in this pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic correlation in drug therapy, you are having totally 10 parameters are there. So you have to study the individual parameter. Okay, so coming to the parameters, the first one is the relationship of dose to the pharmacological effect and relationship between the dose and duration of activity. And third one is the effect of elimination half-life on duration of activity. Fourth one is rate of drug absorption and PD response. And fifth one is equilibrium of drug and drug tolerance and drug dependence and hypersensitivity and adverse response, drug distribution and pharmacological response, and drug receptor theory relating pharmacological effect and dose, and drug exposure and pharmacologic response relationship. So totally these 10 parameters will tell you how the correlation will be there between the drug therapy and your PK and PD parameters. Okay, so you have to study about this individually. Okay, so let us start with the first one, that is relationship of dose to pharmacological effect. So that is nothing but whenever you are going to administer a dose to any patient, so what is the result of the effect shown by that pharmacological effect is nothing but you have to see that 100% bioavailability should be attained. Okay, so here you can see the onset of action, intensity and duration of pharmacological effect depend on the dose and the PK of the drug. So that is true because so whenever you give the dose only, you can see how much of the drug is administered and how much of the percentage of the drug is reaching to your systemic circulation. If all the ADME process will be in a particular linear fashion, then only you will be getting the 100% of bioavailability. So that is nothing but the onset of action, that is whenever it shows the action, and intensity and duration of pharmacological effect will based on the two parameters, that is the first one will be the dose and the second one will be the ADME process of your drug, that is your PK parameters of your drug. So you know that as the dose increases, the concentration at the receptor sites increases and the pharmacological response increases up to the maximum effect. You know that as the dose increases, your pharmacological response will also be getting increased. Okay, so for this purpose, when a graph is plotted, so a graph is plotted between dose and pharmacological effect, which results in a straight line with maximum effect at steady state. So this is the concentration of dose and this is the pharmacological effect. So when you give less dose, you will be showing only less pharmacological effect. So if you are going to increase the dose, then your pharmacological effect will also be increasing. Okay, so it is indicating that as the concentration of the drug is increasing, your pharmacological effect will also be increased. So whenever you plot a graph between your drug concentration and pharmacological effect, you will get a linear line. Okay, so this one is explained one by one equation. So here you can see the pharmacological response is always proportional to the log plasma drug concentration within a therapeutic range. So whatever the effect that is there, that will be in the therapeutic range only. Okay, so the above graph can be expressed by the equation E is equal to m log C plus E, which is nothing but E is nothing but the effect of concentration of drug at a point. Okay, so solving the log C, so you have to solve this log C. So log C is equal to E minus E by M. So this is the first equation. Next, after IV dose, the concentration of drug in the body in one compartment open model is given by the equation. So after that is when you give any IV dose to any person, so what happens, the concentration will be reaching, and when you take into consideration one compartment model, you know that in that after giving any IV dose, the formula will be log C naught minus KT by 2.303. so you have to apply here log C is equal to log C naught, that is initial concentration, minus KT by 2.303. so what you have to do, substitute equation 1 in equation 2. So equation 1 is nothing but here log C equation is what, E capital E minus small e by M. So this log C value should be substituted here. Okay, so log C value E minus E by M, that is equal to E naught minus E by M minus KT by 2.303. So here E naught is nothing but this is the effect of concentration at C naught, that is the initial effect shown by the dose. Okay, so then you have to solve the equation 3, then you will get the final equation will be E is equal to E naught into KMT by 2.303. So this equation represents your pharmacological response with that of your PK and PD parameter. That is the theoretical pharmacologic response at any time after IV dose of a drug can be calculated by this above equation. So in the first point you have to write the relationship of dose to pharmacological effect. So first you have to draw the graph, and you have to explain this graph in the terms of this equation. So you have to solve this equation. You will get the final equation E is equal to E naught into KMT by 2.303, which gives the final equation, which will give the relationship of dose to your pharmacological effect. So in simple terms you can say that as the dose increases, your pharmacological effect will be increasing. As your dose decreases, your pharmacological effect will be decreasing. So this is a simple point you have to remember. So this is about your first point, that is relationship of dose to pharmacological effect. So the second one will say relationship between dose and duration of activity. So let us see what is the difference between or the relationship between your dose and duration of activity. So after an IV dose, assuming one compartment model, the time needed for any drug to decline to a concentration C is given by T effective, that is nothing but the effective time taken to decrease the concentration is given by the equation, that is 2.303 into log C naught minus C by K. To represent the minimum effective drug concentration, the duration of action is given by C effective, that is nothing but the effective concentration of drug, that is given by 2.303 log D naught by Vd minus log C effective. So these are nothing but just we are giving the equations for the time taken for the effective drug concentration to reach into the bioavailability and the concentration of the drug, that is effective concentration of the drug. Okay, so that is given by CFF is given by this equation. So these are only the general equation which are going to represent that one. So this will explain about your dose and duration of activity. So TEFF, that is nothing but the time taken by the effective time taken by the drug to reach to a particular concentration. So here it is showing the duration of activity, and also here CEFF is showing your dose. Okay,